A message from the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
Brought to you by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Monday. This is the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary with you. As always, what's up, Rico?
Hello.
How was the weekend?
Oh, fantastic.
Did you anything exciting?
No, not really. It was a lazy weekend. It was
Didn't
fantastic.
you spend time with family, though?
Yeah, it was a lazy weekend. Went up to see the in-laws and just hung around. Ellie spent most of her time outside. I'm pretty sure in total I played fetch with my sister-in-law's dog for probably like an hour and a half. Like if you add the entire time that I would be throwing the ball together. It was great. He was fantastic.
I didn't know where you were necessarily going with that. I thought you were about to say I played fetch for about an hour and a half with Ellie.
Nah, she wouldn't.
I didn't know if she's into that.
Nah, she wouldn't have stayed that long.
Okay, so
she was on a swing, she was on a trampoline, she wanted to get in a pool that wasn't filled all the way.
Okay.
And the water was freezing. I wouldn't know because I didn't get in. Rachel would know. She was in there. She was the one that had to deal with Ellie. But yeah.
You were dealing with the dog while
I was hanging out with the dog.
Your wife was dealing with
100%.
the kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, she's dealing with Ellie.
Okay.
KJ was inside with his grandma. So
okay, that makes sense.
We were fine.
As always, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line, both those open for you guys. As always, want your thoughts. It's Monday, so that means Pest of the Weekend, so we'll do that here in a moment. But then you can also hit us up on the video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Throw your comment on the screen there. We'll get your guys' involvement in the show that way. And you can also hit us up on our personal Twitters, Nick_Sainer and at Radio Rico AC. All right, so a lot of stuff to get to. Mentioned Pest of the Weekend. We'll kind of recap the weekend, talk a little NBA Finals as well. Nebraska football had a huge recruiting weekend, obviously highlighted by the in-state product, Malachi Coleman, so we'll kind of discuss that a little bit. Frank Solich is on the College Football Hall of Fame ballot. How do we feel about that?
What
with
does
being
it
Nebraska?
mean?
Does it make Nebraska look worse that they fired a Hall of Fame coach? So we will talk about
people with feelings on this.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that, dive into that. So I definitely want your guys' thoughts. And then Women's College World Series. Super exciting right now because UCLA topped Oklahoma, who had before this game only 2 losses in the entire season. Now they have 3, obviously, because that's the way it works. Here's a stat, Rico. I told you that I had this for you, and I wanted to get your raw reaction.
Okay.
So now Oklahoma has 3 losses on the season to Texas, Oklahoma State, and UCLA.
The only teams remaining.
Dang it. You knew it.
Yeah.
The only 3 teams that are left in the Women's College World Series.
Because they lost
Oklahoma
to Texas.
State, Texas, and UCLA.
They lost to Texas. Words are hard.
Yeah.
Lost to Texas earlier in the season to snap like a super long win streak that they had. I don't remember the exact number. And then they lost to Oklahoma State in the Big 12 title game or just in the Big 12 tournament. So they had 2 losses going into the NCAA tournament. And what do you know? 3 Big 12 teams, and you have 2 losses. You have 1 loss to each of them, and now you have a loss to the only Pac-12 team remaining.
Yeah, so UCLA and Oklahoma game 2, I believe, gets started in a little under half an hour. So we'll kind of give you guys live updates. College baseball, on the baseball side of things, insane. Oklahoma State last night somehow, some way comes back. I do want to play.
How?
I want to play that clip from the ESPN radio again. Do we have it pulled up? Are you able to grab it real quick?
One?
The ESPN radio guy about Michael Turner.
Oh, I can find it.
So if you were listening to the show last week, sorry, Rico, I probably should have told you.
No, you're fine.
We were listening to we were talking on the show last week that this ESPN Sports Talk radio host down in Arkansas, in Fayetteville, talked trash on in a Razorback player that is still there. And so here's what he had to say just as a refresher.
And I wouldn't say this about a young player, but Michael Turner is a fifth-year graduate guy from Kent State. He's a stupid the catcher for the Arkansas Razorbacks. All right, listen to this guy. Listen to the question and the answer, okay? We've got the question from Tom. Listen to the answer. And notice how the answer has nothing to do with the question.
You guys haven't gone through a stretch like what you're in right now all year. Can you put your finger on what's happening?
Not really, man. We're just trying to keep the circle tight and cut out a lot of the outside noise. It's not always that easy to play here. There's a lot of people that are fans, good fans. Some aren't so great fans. And if you read Twitter after the game, it can get in your mind a little bit. So we're just trying to keep the circle tight and keep moving forward.
Okay, first of all, you're not a Razorback. You've been here once. You're a rental player, and you've sucked. So thanks for nothing, first of all. Secondly, as a rental player, you do not get to come in here and criticize this fan base. You stupid. Not a chance. The question was about what's wrong with the team, and you used the entire answer to take a swing at this fan base. You're a disgrace, Michael Turner. You should not get to wear that uniform again. You're a loser, and you're the catcher. You're in charge of this whole thing on the infield. You're a loser and a disgrace, and you can't get out of this program soon enough.
So it was actually kind of funny.
Man, if only he would have gotten out of the program sooner, right?
So in this regional, Michael Turner has 9 hits in 13 at-bats. He is 9 of 13.
Terrible.
He also has 3 home runs in this regional.
Awful. You should take the uniform off.
So not bad for a rental player. And one of those home runs. So Arkansas lost to Oklahoma State last night, 14-10, in a back and forth game. Oklahoma State fans, if you're listening, which you're probably not,
are you okay?
You guys have gone through a roller coaster of emotions the last couple of days because they were down big to. Oh, who was it? Not Grand Canyon. It was Missouri State. Missouri State.
What? Those two states.
Yes, I know you can't figure it out. Missouri State. You were down 12-0, and then they ended up
color red too.
They ended up winning 29-15 over Missouri State, if I can remember correctly.
They were down what'd you say,
12-0.
12-0.
They were down 12-0.
In the third.
Yes,
and then
they come back. They win 29-15.
You would think 12-0 in the third. It's just like, all right, call it.
Yeah,
we're done.
It's time to head home.
Coming back from 12-0.
It's time to head home.
Sure enough, let's put up 29 runs.
29.
What the hell?
And so they lose, or Oklahoma State wins 29-15 over Missouri State. They advance to play Arkansas. Arkansas ends up winning 20-12 in their first game over Oklahoma State. Then last night, Arkansas, Michael Turner hits the go-ahead home run in the bottom of the 8th. Then Oklahoma State ties it in the top of the 9th, and they go to extra innings, and Oklahoma State ends up winning 14-10. So there will be a rematch tonight. But I thought it was just kind of funny, and we should revisit how Michael Turner, a rental player, kept Arkansas alive or gave him a chance to win last night in the college baseball. In the regionals has been a lot of fun.
It's
like
crazy.
Tennessee and Georgia Tech were going at it. Georgia Tech had the bases loaded in the last inning before they struck out looking to end the game. And it's been insane. There's been 100 runs in the last 3 games of the Stillwater Regional combined.
Shout out Stillwater.
Oklahoma State scored 55 of them. 55 runs in 3 innings.
How?
It was
How?
Okay. So actually it was kind of funny. So we'll get to Pest of the Weekend here in a moment. Once again, 402-464-5685. So I was picking Nate up on Saturday, and that was the Saturday night Virginia Tech was out or was playing.
Mm-hmm.
Virginia Tech had like 24 points or 24 runs at the time. They were up 24-3 on on Columbia. And we came over to my place to watch the rest of the Virginia Tech game, and he's like, "Man, dude, I just want them to get 28 runs so then we can have 4 touchdowns." I was like, "That's what we're worried about? You're so worried about 4 touchdowns, Nathan." But just to kind of give you guys a heads up, Nate's wearing this Hokies shirt today. And right before we went on, literally right before I walked into the studio today, I hear Nate go, "Virginia Tech might be the best team in the country, guys." So there you go. Just be ready for that.
So I was talking to DP earlier about Virginia Tech, and he was like, "Just accept it." I was like, "I can't accept it. I can't deal with." I was like, "First off, I can't deal with you and Nick at the same time." If Virginia Tech makes it, I can't do this. I was like, also, a Hokie bird is a terrible mascot. I was like, "It's just a turkey." He goes, "It's actually a castrated turkey." And I was like, "Oh, that makes it so much worse." A hokey
Okay,
bird's a
perfect.
castrated turkey.
There you go.
So
And Nate's wearing one on his shirt
so
right
Nate's
now.
super happy about that. Whatever.
All right, 402-464-5685. Let's do the pest of the weekend here. Rico, hit the music.
You're a pest. Why are you the way that you are? I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Nick and Rico's Pest of the Weekend on Happy Hour, brought to you by Bats to Rats.
Insubordinate and churlish.
Pest of the Weekend, sponsored by our good friends at Bats to Rats. Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Call Dane to help get rid of any bat or rodent problems at 402-310-0904, or you can head online to batstoRats.com. Once again, that's Bats to Rats, Wildlife Control and Prevention. Okay.
Do you want me to go first? Mine's really quick.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Mine is a pest of the weekend, but it actually solved itself earlier today.
Okay.
I was going to get very upset about iCloud and the fact that none of my pictures from my old phone had been uploaded to the cloud, so they weren't on my new phone. I don't know what happened or how it happened, but while I was at work, I was scrolling through my phone on Twitter, and I was like, you know what? Let's see if my pictures are here. I don't know why. I just felt like it. Looked at it. I got all my pictures back.
That's good. So I'm running into the problem where every 3 hours I get or every time I go into my camera roll, I'll try to open it up here.
It just lets you know that you don't have enough.
That I don't have enough storage and they haven't been backed up. See, look at this. 316 photos and 108 videos not uploaded to iCloud. Nick, your last 424 items cannot be saved in iCloud because you don't have enough storage.
Just buy the 99-cent one. That's what I did.
Does it help?
Yeah, it helps. It's a lot more space than I thought it was going to be.
It's 99 cents per month.
Exactly. It's $1 a month.
It's a recurring charge.
Yeah, it's $1 a month.
This is where they get you, Rico, because then 5 years down the road, you're going to forget that you paid this 99 cents a month.
It's $1 a month.
All right, maybe I need to upgrade to iCloud Plus.
That's $12 a year.
50 gigabytes. Do you think that's enough to upload my 316 photos and 108 videos?
I have like 1,000 photos and videos. So yes, it's enough.
Because I've gone through and deleted a lot.
Yeah, trust me. Just get it and you'll be good to
and
go.
I still have 477.
You don't have to worry about it anymore.
All right, well then that's good. Well, I'm glad that got settled for you.
Maybe so my pest of the weekend, not really a pest of the weekend, but it's fine. Whatever.
So I'll have to upgrade to iCloud Plus over the break. I will do that because I'm tired of getting that message. Okay, my pest of the weekend, I kind of have two.
Ooh.
One was just came across my Twitter screen, and thanks to Mark Onweiler for this. Rico leaves his paper plate out in the prod studio.
That's
and
it's
got pizza residue. It's all just on the paper plate. It has happened one time. But is this how you treat your wife at home?
Yes.
Because I feel like we're extended family here.
Yeah, that is how that is.
So Rachel actually has to.
Unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay, well, I apologize. I publicly apologize on behalf of everybody for Rico. You have to clean up after yourself. Okay, my second pest, and I might get some flack on the text line, so I want to hear it. And we have a couple that you guys have a lot of interaction here. I want to get to your guys' text in a moment.
Oh, wow.
402-464-5685, the Honda Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. My second one is businesses, how should I say this? Not wanting to take gift cards when they're busy. So I was in an establishment over the weekend. I was in an establishment over the weekend, and I had probably $60 in gift cards, and I knew they were full because I looked it up on the little gift card lookup thing online.
The thing that tells you.
Yeah, you can look it up. And because every couple months I'll go through my entire wallet and be like, all right, what gift cards are empty that I can just throw out? So I go to this establishment and I try to scan the gift cards, and the waitress is just like, yeah, listen, they're empty. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, they're empty. And I was like, so finally, after going back and forth, I finally just handed her my debit card, and I didn't know how much everything was going to cost. Get back the receipt, $50.
Gift card would have covered it.
Gift card would have covered it, but instead 50, and she threw away the gift cards.
Oh,
so that's the bigger problem. So unfortunately, I am out of about $60 in gift cards, and I am down $50. But so just establishments not wanting to take gift cards because it's a little more time consuming, I guess, when they're busy. So I understand. I understand.
I've never had that issue.
I'm glad then. I'm glad for you.
Every time I have to. Every time I use a gift card, it's promptly taken and used.
Okay, well, I'm glad, Rico. All right, let's get to your guys's.
Maybe they just don't like
Let's get to your guys's Pest of the Weekend here. Eric said this. My Pest of the Weekend, besides Rico, per usual.
Love you, Eric.
Bed Bath & Beyond. Some overpriced bleep. Bed Bath & Beyond,
dude,
you can save unlimited amount of coupons. They let you use all the coupons you want.
I've only been in a Bed Bath & Beyond.
They take expired ones.
I've only been there a couple of times, but it's wonderful. There's so much stuff.
How would you rate those types of stores? Bed Bath & Beyond. We got a couple minutes before we have to get a break, so we can't really dive into a new discussion here. Bed Bath & Beyond, Hobby Lobby, At Home.
I've never been to At Home.
Have you been to Home Goods?
No.
Okay, so we need a third.
It's fine. It's
okay,
fine.
At Home would be
I've
third
seen
then.
At Home, and I've seen them, and they
you remember
look pretty
Pier 1?
interesting. Yeah.
Okay, Pier 1.
Well, I got a table from Pier 1. Fantastic.
Okay.
But they closed the one in South Point.
They did close
very
it.
sad.
They did. Did I participate in the clearance sale when they were closing? Maybe.
We did not, unfortunately. I didn't know they were closing.
You should have.
I didn't know they were closing. We don't go there very often. I was very sad. We got a cool table from there, but whatever. Rachel loves Hobby Lobby. Like obsessed with Hobby Lobby.
Moved. Well, it moved a while ago.
I could care less about Hobby Lobby. So that's going to be my number 2. I'll put Pier 1 at third just because I've only been in there a couple of times, but it was fantastic. Bed Bath & Beyond is amazing, and you could get like anything you want there.
I agree. Bed Bath & Beyond.
I've never been to the Beyond, though. I don't know.
my Bed Bath & Beyond is great, and if my mom is listening, she'll want me to say this. You can use all the coupons you want. You can use one coupon per item, and Bed Bath & Beyond takes expired coupons. And so when I say that in my parents' house, they have a Ziploc baggie full of coupons to Bed Bath & Beyond, I truly mean it, because there's like one Saturday every couple months that they go and they buy a ton of things, a lot of stuff, and then just use all the coupons. 20% off, $5 off a $20 purchase.
Very nice.
It's unbelievable. So shout out to Bed Bath & Beyond. Sounds like Eric's Pest of the Weekend. He also adds, Nick, it sounds like you need to learn how to not be a loser and become a man. So
yeah,
I guess
I'll do that. That is the exact word he used.
Yep, he did. Okay, Dusty says this. I did the 99-cent iCloud Plus upgrade, and it's great. Okay, so over the weekend, I will do it. Get over, guys. Pest of the Weekend. Jason Tatum. Dude needs to stop trying to be Kobe by recreating things he's done. Maybe try having an original thought and create your own legacy instead of using a legend as a crutch.
Now, I will say Jason Tatum looked up to Kobe a whole bunch and trained with Kobe in his limited time when he was in the NBA in the off seasons. So he was very close with him, and I respect that. But I think I thought it was kind of weird, but I don't know. That's not whatever.
I see SportsCenter tweeting out like he's recreating the outfits and everything that Kobe wore and stuff.
Well, he texted Kobe after they won the Eastern Conference Finals, but obviously Kobe's not going to respond. And then he recreated his outfit from when he tried out or what was it before the draft?
Yeah, it was the draft.
Worked out with the
workouts.
Celtics. Yeah,
exactly. So I mean, like, those things are super cool. But I can understand wanting him to create his own legacy. Bipolar asked this: was it a certain establishment? Bipolar, it was not, and I don't think that establishment is trash anymore either. I actually like that place. Okay. Right. Oh, we got one last Pest of the Weekend.
One last one.
Ryan from Nashville. Pest of the Weekend goes to Wales soccer for eliminating Ukraine from qualifying for the World Cup.
Hey, Wales!
I didn't see that happen.
Wales is making the World Cup for the first time since like the 1920s or something like that.
Oh, that's really cool.
I could be completely off.
It's
been a very long
guy.
time since Wales made the World Cup. I can say that. It has been the longest gap between one World Cup appearance and the next World Cup appearance. I can tell you that much.
All right, once again, this has been Pest of the Weekend for another time, sponsored by our good friends at Bats to Rats. Your home should not be a zoo. To unwelcomed animals, call our buddy Dane to help get rid of any bat or rodent problem at 402-310-0904, or you can head online to batstorats.com. Once again, Bats to Rats, Wildlife Control and Prevention. All right, let's go ahead and get to break. When we come back, we'll update you. Women's College World Series has already begun. Oklahoma is in the top of the first. They have runners on second and third right now in the first inning with nobody out against UCLA. Winner heads to the championship series here, so this is a big one. Texas and Oklahoma State square off later tonight at 6 p.m. And so we'll kind of dive into all that. We'll also talk Husker football, big recruiting weekend, and we'll get to some NBA Finals talk as well. We'll do all that coming up. Excuse me. Ooh,
words are hard.
Coming up in a couple minutes on the Happy Hour.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Singnert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Spring is here. Are you giving your yard the best chance at being healthy and green? Call Penner Sprinkler and Lawn to get your sprinklers ready to go for the season if they haven't been working properly. They're also scheduling installs for new sprinkler systems if you don't have one. So make sure you contact them early to get a bid as soon as possible. Plus, they're your one place to go for 5-step fertilizer and pesticide application and lawn aeration. Call Penner Sprinkler and Lawn today at 402-413-1215.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Joined by Sam Cook, 39 years old from Seward, Jake. Played 16 seasons with Baltimore. Why do you think it worked so well for you in Baltimore?
With the success of our special teams over the 16-year career, never left the field without feeling like I got something out of it each day. And always try to find a way to make sure I got each day got better.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning.
2-1 count, and that's a deep drive into the gap. Smith rounding first base. It's a stand-up double.
Hey, Nick, speaking of doubles, did you know Wings and Rings has 2 ways to enjoy their next-level food?
Rico, we're in the middle of a game.
The game can wait, Nick. One way is to stop by one of their Lincoln locations. They have 2 great locations at O Street, Meridian Park, and 40th and Old Cheney in Williamsburg Village.
You said 2 ways. What's the other way?
You can order online at wingsandrings.com.
Southeast Community College has learning centers in Falls City, Hebron, Nebraska City, Plattsmouth, Wahoo, and York so that you can take credit and non-credit classes at a center nearby without having to travel an hour or more to campus. By taking online classes and those at a learning center, you can earn your degree from SEC where and when it's convenient for you, all at a cost that won't stand in the way of your education. Learn more about SCC's learning centers at southeast.edu/learning centers. SCC, your path to possible.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Gus Cottle. In the senior division of Legion Baseball, Carpetland tied with Papillion La Vista 8-8. Creighton Prep defeated Sampson Construction 7-1. Union Bank defeated Barnstormers 7-6. Pinnacle Bank defeated Millard North 4-3. Bellevue West defeated Bennington 8-1. Omaha Burke defeated Carpetland 6-5. And Papillion La Vista South defeated Carpetland 8-6. 4 Lincoln players have made this year's Baseball Super State first team. Lincoln East, Keegan Brink and Jalen Worthley, and Lincoln Southeast, Max Budenbach and Will Jetski. Cam Tainert of North Star, Cooper Erickson of Lincoln East, and Connor Wilkin of Lincoln Northeast cracked the Super State second team. This has been your Southeast Community College High School Minute. Learn more today at southeast.edu with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Join us at Cactus by Venue for our new America's Favorites menu. We're keeping your favorite dips and tacos and adding brand new dishes, including delicious steaks, burgers, pastas, and more. Focusing on vibrant casual dining using a blend of fresh ingredients prepared from scratch. Located at 56 and Highway 2 in the Edgewood Shopping Center, see the whole menu online at cactusbyvenue.com and order yours to go at venuedelivered.com. Cactus by Venue, America's Favorites.
Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends. That's the greatest compliment we can receive. If you've been in an accident, we'll get you back in your vehicle as quickly as possible. Our technicians care about you and your family and repair your vehicle to factory standards. We handle your claim from start to finish and provide a free loaner car. Stop by for a free estimate. Eustace Body Shop, just south of 88th and Highway 2.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
I present the fruitcake.
long the subject of jokes, ridicule, derision. But did the fruitcake accept its place in the culinary totem pole? No! The fruitcake sought to rise to its full potential at Beatrice Bakery. Premium nuts, high-quality fruits, and the delectable trio of brandy, bourbon, and rum. Grandma's fruitcake is no punchline, but a decadent treat that packs a punch of flavor.
Check out Grandma's fruitcake and all the delicious desserts at Beatrice Bakery. Welcome to our world of yum.
Yo, it's the captain, Rashawn Jackson. Join me this Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Pine Lake Road from 11 to 2 for your Husker sports talk and, most importantly, wings. That's Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Pine Lake, the official sponsor of the captain. Order wings ahead at wingstop.com. See you there.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go.
Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Call Nebraska Auto Detail today at 402-601-5086.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas. Congratulations on getting your diploma. You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary, sponsored by Empire Fence and Netting on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into the Happy Hour and Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a good weekend. 402-464-5685. Honda Lincoln Hotline. Starter Heyman text line. Both those open for you guys. Also hit us up on the YouTube video stream, Facebook, on the video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Man, I'm struggling today, Rico. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm struggling a little bit today.
You don't have to lie.
And according to the text line, the reason I'm struggling is because the Cubs lost to the Cardinals a couple times over the weekend. So Missy Mud Dog, Thomas and Lincoln, whoever else was talking bad about my Cubs, congratulations. You guys won. Harrison Bader is not my friend, Kelsey. I do enjoy, like, Harrison Bader. They ask if I'm a big fan of Harrison Bader. I mean, like, he's a good baseball player, so nice job. Christopher Morel, though, talk about a young story for Chicago Cubs fans, as Seiya Suzuki is on the IL right now. Christopher Morel got called up a couple weeks ago, has reached safely in every single game so far.
Look at him.
So shout out to Christopher Morel for maybe being a glimmer of hope. Right now, the Cubs 23-32 overall, 9.5 games back in the Central. Yeah, so they're done. I would not be surprised if they're
not
finish.
done. It's a long season.
They're done. I would not be surprised if they finish the season below the Reds and they finish 5th in the Central, unfortunately.
Wow.
So
I thought you told people to hammer the over.
Sarcastically,
remember when that was the
I
thing?
apologize if you actually took my recommendation there to hammer the over of 74.
You were telling
wins.
people to do it.
I thought so too.
Man.
I honestly thought, there's a chance that the Cubs, with Seiya Suzuki being the next Shohei Ohtani, which I still believe.
It's not. You're going to break your heart.
I am going to break my heart.
I told everybody, look at me. Look at me if you're looking at the stream. Look at me. Look at me. I told you not to listen to him. I told you not to hammer the over. I said they were going to be bad.
Eric says this on the text line. You can include me in that group of people as well, Nick. I'm happy anytime that you're disappointed. Eric, you need to chill, man. I can always count on you to call me out. All right, 402-464-5685. Honda Lincoln Hotline, Starter Heyman text line. Let's talk a little Husker football. First of all, Frank Solich is going to be on the 2023 College Football Hall of Fame ballot. Does that make Nebraska look even worse for firing him? Now, obviously, it happened 2003, 2004, December of 2003, I believe. But this is a guy that was 22 years as a head coach. 6 of those were at Nebraska from 98 to 2003. And he compiled that 58-19 record while at Nebraska. They fired this possible Hall of Fame coach following the 2003 season, where he went 9-3 that year. Those 3 losses came against Missouri, Texas. Oh, I'm missing the third. Kansas State. There you go. And then following that year in 2003, they would then name Bo the interim head coach. They played in the Alamo Bowl against Michigan State, and I think they beat the Spartans that year. So they finished 10-3, but they were looking for a new head coach. They ended up hiring Bill Callahan, and we kind of all know the story now.
And then what has happened has happened.
Exactly. So now Frank Solich spent the next 16 years at Ohio, compiled a 115-82 record for the Bobcats. Here's a trivia question for you, Rico. So in 22 years of coaching, Frank Solich compiled a 173-101 record as a head coach, a .631 winning percentage.
That's pretty nice.
How many bowl games do you think Frank Solich went to?
How many seasons?
Over 22.
Over 22?
Or excuse me, 22 of them.
22 seasons. He had 0.61. Let's go 15.
That's actually really close. 16.
Oh,
nice job, Rico. 16 bowl games. He's won 7 of them, so a 7-9 record in his bowl games. But the time with Nebraska in those 5 seasons, obviously 2003 he doesn't count, even though he kind of took him to a bowl game. Not his though. He was 2-3. They won the Fiesta Bowl in '99, the Alamo Bowl in 2000, but then they lost the Holiday Bowl in '98, the Rose Bowl in 01, and the Independence Bowl in 02. So there's that, but I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts on the text line 402-464-5685. Hammond Bean says, thanks, Harvey Perlman. Does it make Nebraska look worse?
No.
Nowadays. Why not?
No.
Because you had 16 years.
It happens.
It happens.
It happens.
They still need to bring Frank Solich back.
Yes, they definitely need to bring him back and honor him and give him his roses, give him his flowers, give him his due. But it happened. You can't go back and you can't change it. And at the time, it seemed like the right move to make. Well, so you can't feel bad for yourself when you thought at the time, hey, this is going to be a good idea.
Well, here's what's interesting about it, because Nebraska football tweeted out this today, and this is where I kind of have a problem with it. They said this, quote, congratulations to former Husker coach and player Frank Solich on being named to the 2023 College Football Hall of Fame ballot. You can't act like everything's perfect. Like, I'm not saying that this tweet does that, but you can't act like there's no bad blood. You can't act
I don't think
like
they're acting. I think they're just congratulating him. I mean,
yes,
he was a former player and a former coach, so they're just saying, hey, congratulations on being on the ballot. But somebody points out, like, look at Dabo. I don't know if Dabo was fired. I don't know if Saban was ever fired. Well, Saban was going to be fired at Miami in the NFL at least, but I don't think he wasn't fired from Michigan State. He left to go to LSU, I believe. But Belichick was fired from the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
At the time, it was a good idea because he was bad. He was bad.
Yeah, I think I'm in that boat of it doesn't make Nebraska look worse. I just think that Nebraska, you have to bring him back and honor him if you're going to act like he is yours to be like proud about.
I mean, you can be proud of him. Like they said, he's a former player and a former coach. You can still be proud of him, but I do agree with you. They do need to bring him back. I don't understand, aside from the fact that he's a head coach at a different university, so it would have to line up correctly with their bye week and you playing a game and at home at least. So I understand that, but it's definitely past time to bring him back. And like I said, give him his flowers, honor him, and
sacrifice Little Red.
Let him know. Yeah, definitely sacrifice Little Red, but let him know that what he did, although you fired him for, it is appreciated.
Some other notable names on the 2023 ballot here, some players. Eric Berry from Tennessee. Obviously, you knew him from Kansas City. Justin Blackman, Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush is first ballot.
Yeah, no.
Unless the NCAA. Well, the NCAA, they don't have any pull with this. They'll be filmmaking.
That'll be fine.
He's first ballot.
Brad Culpepper, Ken Dorsey, Dwight Freeney.
First ballot.
Toby Gerhart, Tony Gonzalez.
Toby Gerhart. I haven't heard that name in years.
Yeah. Marvin Harrison. Obviously, his son is
Marvin Harrison in college. I couldn't speak on that one.
Do you know what college he went to?
I don't actually.
Syracuse.
Huh. What do you know?
1995 first-team All-American as a kick returner and 95 Big East Special Teams Player of the Year. Man, Big East football. I'll never forget when UConn went to the Fiesta Bowl against Oklahoma.
Big East football.
Three-time All-Big East selection who set a conference record with a 94-yard punt return for a touchdown in 95. Left Syracuse as the school's all-time receiving leader, 2,718 yards.
Wow.
Other names on here, Josh Heupel, Oklahoma quarterback. LaMichael James from Oregon.
Oh, that is
wow.
a name.
That's an old name. I hadn't thought about that guy in a long time.
That is the heyday of that is the beginning the beginning spurt
exactly
of Oregon football right there.
It's that, and then
our version of Oregon football.
Yeah, exactly. Our version. DeAnthony Thomas was part of that. Keenan Lowe, who was a part of Nebraska's staff, was a part of that. Luke Kuechly, Sebastian Janikowski.
What college did Janikowski go to?
Florida State.
Huh.
How about that?
What do you know?
Ryan Leaf, Ray Lewis,
First ballot.
Marshawn.
First ballot.
Holy smokes.
How many first ballots can you have?
I don't know. Marshawn Lynch, Jeremy Macklin.
How good was Marshawn Lynch at Cal?
Here, let me
I can't speak on that. The only thing I know from Marshawn Lynch at Cal is him driving the cart.
I'm actually on board with that too.
I feel bad
because it comes up once a year on my Twitter feed.
Yep,
that the guy's just driving around
the anniversary
in a golf cart. Okay, Marshawn Lynch, 2006 first-team All-American who led Cal to a share of the 06 Pac-10 title. 2006 Pac-10 Offensive Player of the Year, led the league in rushing with 1,356 yards, all-purpose yards with 1,785, and 15 touchdowns in 2006's season. Two-time bowl game MVP and Cal's all-time leader in 100-yard rushing games with 17.
So probably I don't know. I have too many first ballots, so he'll probably be like second ballot.
Yeah. Heath Miller is also on here. Kellen Moore, the Boise State quarterback. I forgot about.
Dude, Boise State.
I forgot about Boise State.
Never forget Boise State.
Yeah. Julius Peppers.
NC State. Right?
North Carolina.
Darn it.
Nice. Close.
So close.
Antoine Randall L., quarterback for Indiana, turned wide receiver in the league. Ron Rivera, the California linebacker. Okay, there's got to be a couple more. Alex Smith.
Isn't Tim Tebow on there?
Yes. Tim Tebow.
First ballot.
Peter Warwick, Eric Weddle, D'Angelo Williams.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Okay, coaches.
So many names.
Yeah, coaches here.
Can all of them get in?
Wow.
Can we not like shortchange anybody? Like, how do you vote? How do you vote on this?
Vote against any of these guys?
Is this like baseball? Is it like the Baseball Hall of Fame where they have to get a percentage?
No, I don't know.
And if everybody gets the right percentage, they can all get in? That'd be a long ceremony.
Couple coaches of note. Mark Richt, who has some Nebraska ties. Don't forget, Mark Richt was during when Nebraska was in between Bo Pelini and Mike Riley looking for a coach. Mark Richt was a name that
should have been the name.
Yeah, kind of. Well, yeah, because he got fired from Florida in 18, so I guess that would have been. Excuse me. He left Georgia in 15,
and he went to Florida.
And that was when Nebraska could have hired him to come here, but he went to Florida instead. And then Frank Solich, obviously, 1998 to 03 for Nebraska, Ohio 2005 to 2020. His bio says this: guided the Huskers to an 11-2 record and appearance in the BCS championship game at the Rose Bowl in 2001. Two-time Big 12 Coach of the Year, who led Nebraska to 3 North Division titles in the 1999 Big 12 Championship, Nebraska's last conference championship. Winning as coach in MAC history with 115 wins, boasting 12 straight non-losing seasons and 11 bowl game appearances and 4 MAC East crowns. Just get some of your reaction here.
12 straight.
Just to show there's a little bit of difference here. Kent says this: yes, it makes Nebraska look much worse. Nebraska has been average to below average most of the time since he was dismissed. Outside of a few Bo Pelini seasons, Husker football is a shadow of what it used to be. Gus says this on the text lines, once again, 402-464-5685. Solich was a decent coach, but nothing spectacular. It took him too long to update his staff, and as soon as T.O.'s recruits started to leave, the product wasn't very good. But I agree that NU should bring him back, honor him, and let him sacrifice Little Red at Homecoming's halftime. All right, so we're on board, I guess. Sacrifice Little Herbie with Frank Solich back here as well. All right, let's go ahead and take our final timeout. When we come back, we'll wrap up Monday's show on 93.7 The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the happy hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Yo, it's the captain, Rashawn Jackson. Join me this Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Pine Lake Road from 11 to 2 for your Husker sports talk and, most importantly, wings. That's Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Pine Lake, the official sponsor of the captain. Order wings ahead at wingstop.com. See you there.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse? Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph, when blam, ran right into the side of the saloon. Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Win Father's Day this year with Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com, promo code Jake for the Father's Day bundle. Again, omahasteaks.com, promo code Jake for the ultimate Father's Day bundle.
2-1 count, and that's a deep drive into the gap. Smith rounding first base. It's a stand-up double.
Hey, Nick, speaking of doubles, did you know Wings and Rings has 2 ways to enjoy their next-level food?
Rico, we're in the middle of a game.
The game can wait, Nick. One way is to stop by one of their Lincoln locations. They have 2 great locations at O Street, Meridian Park, and 40th and Old Cheney in Williamsburg Village.
You said 2 ways. What's the other way?
You can order online at wingsandrings.com.
This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Gus Cottle. In the senior division of Legion Baseball, Carpet Land tied with Papillion La Vista 8-8. Creighton Prep defeated Sampson Construction 7-1. Union Bank defeated Barnstormers 7-6. Pinnacle Bank defeated Millard North 4-3. Bellevue West defeated Bennington 8-1. Omaha Burke defeated Carpet Land 6-5. And Papillion La Vista South defeated Carpet Land 8-6. 4 Lincoln players have made this year's Baseball Super State first team. Lincoln East Keegan Brink and Jalen Worthley, and Lincoln Southeast Max Budenbach and Will Jetski. Cam Tainert of North Star, Cooper Erickson of Lincoln East, and Connor Wilkin of Lincoln Northeast cracked the Super State second team. This has been your Southeast Community College High School Minute. Learn more today at southeast.edu with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford.
Spring is here. Are you giving your yard the best chance at being healthy and green? Call Penner Sprinkler and Lawn to get your sprinklers ready to go for the season if they haven't been working properly. They're also scheduling installs for new sprinkler systems if you don't have one. So make sure you contact them early to get a bid as soon as possible. Plus, they're your one place to go for 5-step fertilizer and pesticide application and lawn aeration. Call Penner Sprinkler and Lawn today at 402-413-1215.
Southeast Community College is training tomorrow's workforce today with our nearly 60 career and technical programs. We are doing our part to help employers fill vacancies during this current labor shortage, graduating students with skill sets employers are seeking. We're also helping to upskill the workforce by adding short-term credentials like certificates in many programs so that employees can get retraining quickly. Learn more about upskilling with SCC at southeast.edu/academics. SCC, your path to possible.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $22.07 per hour and other select jobs starting at $23.77 per hour, with wages growing up to $29.71 per hour. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Areas of fog this morning, then gradually clearing. We'll top out near 79 this afternoon. Winds out of the north at around 10. We'll see a chance of showers and thunderstorms later on tonight with a low dropping down to around 60. We'll be back up to 79 again for our high on Tuesday with another chance of showers and thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Now back to the happy hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, so it has been a while since we've played Industry Baby. And Rico has done this little bounce thing in his chair.
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It was necessary.
We're back. Shout out Industry Baby.
Always and forever.
Never forget when during the football season last year, people were tweeting at us when Industry Baby would be playing over the Memorial Stadium speakers.
Maybe we can bring it back this year, and Nebraska football can
just
start winning.
Just win. Once again,
guess what? I'm doing it for all the Nebraska sports. If we get a win, Industry Baby's being played the next show.
There's gonna be a lot of Industry Baby.
Yeah, especially for volleyball.
It's gonna be one about Industry Baby about 4 times a
Gonna
week.
get a nice shoulder workout. Shout out volleyball.
How does bouncing up and down your chair help your
It's
shoulders?
my arms. That's when I'm doing this.
Okay. Just wanted to.
You'd be surprised.
Some clarification.
Also, it's like a little core workout because I got to stay in my chair.
That makes sense. Yeah, you gotta stay balanced.
You know how many times I've almost fallen out of this thing? Many a time.
Many times. All right. Once again, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Final couple minutes here. If you missed any of the show, Pest of the Weekend, Frank Solich discussion, 2023 college football ballot, head over to the podcast page, ticketfm.com. You can do it there. Catch up on what's going on. Update from the Women's College World Series.
Oklahoma.
Thank you, Rico. I can't see that TV.
Currently up 3-0 on UCLA, top of the second, runners on first and second with 1 out.
And
they just showed a video of they have sandwiches in their dugout, Oklahoma does. And one of the players threw all of the cheese in the trash off of her sandwich.
Oh, okay.
So that was a thing. I don't know why we showed it.
Not a cheese person. And then in regional action for college on the baseball side of things, Louisville, I don't know why you're mad about this, Rico.
I don't want Michigan.
Louisville was up 7-2 in the third inning against Michigan at home. Michigan has come back. They now are leading 8-7 in the top of the sixth with runners on first and second with 2 outs. Louisville is the 12th national seed. Michigan, probably the team that got into the regional tournament as they're about to tack on another one here. They're going to be leading 9-7 over Louisville in the sixth. Michigan was a team that since they were the 5 seed in the Big Ten tournament and ended up winning the conference title, they got in over 44 win Rutgers. So that's kind of something to remember. Michigan always just figures out a way to get the job done in postseason time. Made the College World Series as an unseeded team a couple years ago, beat UCLA when UCLA was the number 1 overall seed, and now here they are once again as the unseeded team in the regional, almost 3 innings away from advancing to
Nobody
the
likes
Supers.
Michigan. First off, their uniforms are boring. Secondly, Jocelyn Allo just hit a home run for her 31st on the season.
She's the only player in the NCAA. I saw the stat the other day. She's the only player in the NCAA to have 3 30-plus home run seasons.
Well, now she's at 119 for her career, which is far and away the most home runs by a collegiate softball player.
Yeah. Yeah, unbelievable run by Jocelyn Alo.
She's so good.
Yeah, and she's super good. It was a really cool recruiting story that ESPN had on Alo for her recruiting story about how she had to come from Hawaii, and they made it very clear as a staff at Oklahoma that we're going to go back to Hawaii and we're going to eventually play it. Well, she went back to Hawaii finally her senior year to play a game down there in her hometown of wherever it was in Hawaii. I can't remember. And she broke the record for the most home runs by a single player in her career in Hawaii.
That is awesome.
In her hometown, which is super, super cool.
That is fantastic. She does wear a weird number though. Why 78?
Why 78?
I want to know.
Also, Papillion, former Papillion La Vista Monarch Jordy Ball plays for Oklahoma and leads the country with .94 ERA in her career. In her freshman year, she's D1 player or freshman of the year as well. Okay, before we get to the end of the show here, Bipolar said this on the text line. I absolutely hate Michigan, but if them winning somehow makes the Big Ten open their eyes towards baseball, I'm all for it. I want to have this conversation tomorrow a little bit because we're expecting here in the next couple years that the NCAA with baseball, they're going to allow you to hire a third full-time assistant, which is going to be big for Nebraska. And they're going to take away the scholarship limits. So right now you can have like 11.2 scholarships or 11.5. I can't remember the exact number of scholarships in collegiate baseball. Once they remove that, teams like Nebraska, teams like Michigan, and maybe even Indiana are going to be able to spend a lot more money on baseball.
Big time.
Whether that's hiring a third assistant full time, like Danny Marcuso and Rob Childress, volunteers. They are not full-time guys. And so with that in mind, they're going to be able to give 23 scholarships out just like football does, because a place like Nebraska has no problem divesting some interest and putting some money towards baseball. So that's going to be kind of an interesting conversation. We'll dive into that a little bit more tomorrow. Taste Test Tuesday. We'll think of something.
We have hot Cheetos Mountain Dew in the fridge.
Okay, that's what it is. Taste Test Tuesday tomorrow. Have a good rest of your Monday. See ya.
Adios.